I see too many accounts where the work is happening but the profit is not. The fix is not adding more keywords, negative keywords. The fix is better signals, cleaner structures, and guardrails that stop the waste. In this video, I will show you the 2026 operating system for Google Ads. If you run e-commerce or lead gen and you already spend money, this is for you. This is for teams who want stable growth and clean reporting. It's not for people who want daily hacks or constant tinkers. I'm going to ground this in real Google Ads view. As you can see, in past 3 years, this account is like $33.2 million of revenue with the ad spend of $7.76 million. The conversion rate is around 4.93. The total number of traffic during this time was 7.12 million clicks. The conversion value by cost, the returns on ad spend was 4.27 overall. So this is live Google Ads revenue being tracked, and actual revenue of the business is even higher on their Shopify website store. I am Abdul Rauf with 7 years of Google Ads experience. I run Just Lead Market. We fix Google Ads tracking, merchant center, hygiene, and conversion rate issues so spend turns into profit. The old job was controlling every click. The new job is training the system with clean data, then protecting it with guardrails and budget controls. The fastest way to break performance is constant micro edits. You end up forcing the system to relearn every few days and you never get stable. If you want to prove whether you are changing too much or not, you can simply go to your ads account, and in the bottom left you have this option of click on the change history, and you can monitor it on last 7 days or last 14 days. And you if you see too much changes out there, like 50 to 100 and more than 100 changes, then it's mean that you are changing too much on the ads account, which sometime reflect on the account learning. So you should not make changes too frequently. You should only make certain changes regarding the bidding, TROS, when you feel it's necessary and when you see certain things that needs to be fixed. Here's the performance framework that I follow at Just Lead Market. Number one is measurement and conversion quality. Number two is simplified ads account structure. Number three, performance guardrails and brand protection. Number four is expansion without confusion. Number fifth, and the most important, profit controls with margin and landing page frictions. If your tracking is weak, everything downstream becomes guessing. So always fix measurement first. Start by deciding what you actually want Google to optimize for. Not every action deserves to be a primary conversion in your Google Ads setting. You can go to ads account, and in ads account you need to go to the goals and goals summary. Then you will come into this screen, and here you can scroll down, and you need to ensure that you are only marking those goals as primary that are very important for the business. So in this case, purchase is marked as primary, and the add to cart, the phone number calls are important, but add to cart and begin checkouts are not important to be tracked as a primary goal. So this is the right way to set up, and I can share another example with you with for another brand. In their case, like, they are using contact as primary, they're using get directions as primary, downloads as primary, engagement. So they have a lot of primary micro goals, so which is not right way to optimize your conversion algorithm for target ROAS biddings, for target CPA bidding. Enhanced conversions is measurement upgrade. It uses hashed first party data to improve match quality. If you are a lead gen, do get feedback that which leads turned into real opportunities and sales. Otherwise, Google will scale cheap leads that never close. Your CRM stage is the truth. Google should learn from the stage you care about, not the earliest stage you can track. Rather than just tracking form fill, track the subscriptions. Capture click IDs, store them with a lead. When the lead hits your qualified stage or sales stage, import that back to the Google Ads. This is the feedback loop. In 2026, fragmentation is the silent killer. Too many campaigns, tiny ad groups that actually split the data. The bidding system needs to optimize and scale the account. Separate when intent or budgets must be protected. Brand is usually protected. Consolidate by intent, not by the keyword match types across the campaigns. I'm not saying you can never use tight structures. I'm saying most accounts overdo it and it blocks learning and makes reporting messy. And most of the campaigns are less than 30 conversions So that actually disrupts the campaign learning. About the campaigns learning, as we discussed, that you should have 30 conversions in last 30 days. So for example, in this case, if you see this brand, most of the campaigns, if we sort it by on the basis of highest number of conversions is last 30 days, most have conversions that are above 30, and only this campaign has like 26 conversions. So we can give it like 1 or 2 weeks more to see if it can hit the ground for 30 conversions. Otherwise, if it still don't hit the ground for 30 conversions, we need to consolidate these campaigns into some other catch-all campaigns, so that you are able to train the algorithm in the right way and able to scale these categories in a bigger campaign. In Google Ads account, you need to go to the campaigns tab, and there you need to sort on the base of ad spend. And if you see that your spend is spread too thin across so many campaigns, for example, in this account in last 30 days, you can see there are 26 campaigns that are enabled. And if the budget is spreading it's spread too thin, because the number of conversions in last 30 days is not hitting for most of the campaigns, like 13 conversions, 16 conversions. And so that's where you look at the signals that you need to consolidate some of these campaigns into bigger campaigns, because if the budget is spent like $86, $100, because this is a bigger account for them, $100 is nothing over last 30 days. So that's where you can analyze how you need to consolidate the campaigns on the base of ad spend, where the ad spend is spread too thin. This is the part most videos skip: the guardrails. Because consolidation and broad match without guardrails actually becomes very expensive. And what I mean by guardrails is that you set some benchmarks. If the certain number of conversions are not happening after certain amount of clicks, then you should pause these keywords or pause these dimensions that are spending the budget in these dimensions. Decide where brand traffic is allowed to go. If you run PMAX, you need a plan so it does not eat brand demand that search already captures. What actually happen is that in certain performance max campaigns, when you see inside the search terms, you see majority of the clicks are coming on the brand terms, and you're not able to hit the non-brand traffic. So that where you need to have a separate non-brand campaigns where the brand exclusions are applied. If you observe that a brand has a very high repeat customer rate, for example more than 40 to 50% repeat purchase rate, then you should have a dedicated campaign for the branded traffic, and you should exclude the branded traffic from the non-branded campaigns. For example, this for this brand, the repeat purchase rate is more than 40%. So if we just look at the brand campaigns performance, they are able to give like 28x ROAS, like 7.6 ROAS. And if we just see the non-branded ROAS, the non-branded ROAS is around like 2 to 3, which is like first time customer is expensive. So that's how you can analyze that whether you should have separate branded campaigns or you can keep the consolidated. So repeat purchase rate is something you should look inside the Shopify and also inside the Google Ads. You should track your search terms report weekly, not daily, because if you are looking at the search terms report daily, you will not be able to make some decisions, because on the base of weekly measurements you will be able to see some traction, like if a search term has got more than 30-40 clicks and it's not able to generate you revenue, only then you can exclude them as not non-performing keyword. So you should measure it weekly or monthly and filter out all the keywords that has not been performing for you. Create a simple negative keywords rule book. Number one keyword list will be account level irrelevant keywords. Second keyword list you can create for all the brand names and all the synonyms of your brand names, or all the typo mistakes of your brand names. And third keyword negative keyword list you can prepare is the competitors terms, so that you are not able to show your ads into the competitors keyword. And in this video I will attach the link of generic keyword negative keyword list that we use across the accounts. For some brands, when their performance shift or they see sudden drop in the conversion rate or sudden rise in the CPC, they just try guessing, is it our conversion rate dropping on the website, is it something about the ad copies, about our offers. So I believe that you should go to the auction insights in the insights and report, and you should measure it monthly. Like every month you should look at like how much impression share you have right now and what is the overlapping rate. You should measure these performances like top of the page rate, so that you can guess on the base of real stats instead of just hitting in the air that we might have seen drop because of XYZ. So you should be relying on real world data. Expansions for budgets, for target ROAS, and overall account changes should be controlled. And expansion should be highly monitored, one change at a time. Clear before and after windows so that you can actually measure the impact of that change, whether that was improving the performance or declining the performance. Avoid sudden swings. If you need to scale, do it in steps. Watch conversion quality, not just spend. If you use PMAX or YouTube campaigns, creative is not optional. It set the pace, new angles, new proof points, landing page aligned with the promises that you commit on the creatives, on the ad copies. This separates good ROAS from real profit, margin, conversion rate, and offer clarity. You need a simple margin view by category or product group. Then set ROAS targets that respect these margins for respective category group or product groups or whatever the base on which you are actually segmenting your product. So we are back to the same Google Ads view for this account. So you can see the cost per conversion value by cost. Returns on ad spend is 4.23. And if you want to just measure the cost per conversion, on average, it was around $15 cost per conversion. So this is the live Google Ads dashboard. The average CPC across the account is like $1.09. If you are e-commerce, your feed is control panel, clean titles, correct pricing, accurate availability, and grouping that matches margin realities. Make sure conversion value is not inflated by refunds, double counting, or wrong currency. Then if needed, use value rules to push the system towards what you actually want. If clicks are expensive and conversion rate is weak, you cannot bid your way out of the crisis of the performance that you're facing in your Google Ads. You need to fix the frictions in your conversion rate, fix the speed of the website, fix the offer and the page flow of the whole user journey. Your landing page message should match across the whole ads funnel. The second important thing is you should have clear primary call to action across the whole sales funnel. Third point is remove form fields you do not need. Fourth is add trust proof near the button of call to action. Recap: fix measurements, simplify structure, add guardrails, expand with control, then layer profit constraints with margin and conversions. If you want a second eye on your Google Ads account, we offer something called Just Free Audit, where we just look at your ads account and try to find the wasted ad spends and find the opportunities how we can grow your account. If this sounds useful, use the link near the video to request your Just Free Audit.